What's up, guys? It is your boy OXY. We are back with another video, and I kind of want to talk on some things. One thing mainly being most important, which you've already seen by the title, is to talk about labbing. Just the importance of labbing. And not just any type of labbing, effective labbing. Now, this obviously is going to be going mostly towards the newer generation, a lot of the people who have been saying that I've been inspiring them, which I appreciate so much. It's great just to hear from you guys saying that a lot of the stuff that I'm doing for not only just the crump culture, but just even for dance in general, you guys have been loving it, you guys have been fucking with it. So that's why I'm like really amped to kind of push more towards you guys. For those of you who've been loving my skits for YouTube, I got plenty more of those things coming pretty soon. Q&A people, I love y'all as much. Y'all keep sending in questions. I got tons of Q&As gonna be dropping for y'all as well. But we just gonna stick to dance on this one. Now, the lab is a sacred place. And truthfully, I didn't find the importance of the lab until like a couple years in the crump. Some of y'all just ain't labbing right. I'm gonna just be real, I was one of those people. I'm gonna kind of let opinions scatter on this one. I honestly don't care. And even if you do feel like you're labbing right, I feel like there's an effective way for you to do it if you are preparing for things. So let's just break this down real quick, okay? The three most important parts when it comes to your dance culture, your stuff and everything that you're doing to learn a style is going to be the lab, the session, and then eventually the battle, okay? This is a big factor of the dance culture, the dance community, and just some of the things, no matter what style that you jump into competitively for street dancing, whatever the case may be, these are things that you're going to have to focus on, okay? Every single style, every single thing in dance related period has these three factors, okay? If you don't believe it, competition dancers, for those of you who do stuff for studios, okay? You guys go into you guys' lab, which is where you learn the routine. You have your active session when you guys do the routine over and over again, perfect the routine, if you would. You tweak things as you guys are going through, and little details end up getting marked, and then eventually you go to compete, which is the battle, okay? Same rules apply. But now we're talking on the freestyle thing, okay? The lab is your construction. This is your breaking down, this is your rebuilding, this is how you develop key parts and everything, but they're not specifically trained instantly for a battle. You can lab for a battle, like you can lab for like kill-offs and stern, like that's dope. Like, it's cool, everybody loves a good kill off, everybody loves a good, intentional heavy move. However, that right there is going to stop you when it comes to somebody who outdances you. So, a kill off could be crazy, kill off could be dope, but in other words, like, don't just aim for the kill offs, aim to better yourself as a dancer when you're labbing. And the best way to do that is to prep yourself for a session. Now, again, there is the lab, session, battle. You don't want to do these things, you don't want to hop over it, okay? Everything needs to be from one straight to the next. I personally lab to session simply because of the fact that when you are sessioning, this is when you get to actively show and push your lab onto eyes that can now see, judge, critique, and therefore expand the knowledge that you are now putting into your body. When I lab on very specific things. I lab on exactly how I want to put things together. I write them down. There are many different directions that I take in the lab, because in the lab, it's just me. Me, my thoughts, me, my ideas. Where can I improve? Where can I go up? Where can I go down? Where's my thought process? How can I fix this? There many questions that I ask myself, and because I ask these questions, I have to obviously go through with, figuring it out. But all this extra talk, okay, that's cool and everything, but let's actually just straightforward go into how to lab effectively. First things first, you need to have a goal. You need to have a point where this is what I want to get better at, okay? You need to know where it is that you're trying to grow from. You can't just be like, I don't know, maybe just throw a song on and I'll figure something out. We're not just moving, all right? Being able to move and do that forever and ever and ever, that's gonna boost your stamina maybe. That may be helping out with certain things as far as keeping it up mentally, but it's not gonna help you when you're actually going at somebody, let alone when you're just sessioning. Like, moving is cool, but you gotta be able to focus it somewhere. Secondly, your body needs a free space. Usually before I actually do my actual working process of my lab, the training process, I do a warm-up round. This warm-up round, I get everything that's in my mind out of the way. I need it completely broken down. So then I don't have to go back onto those moves and be like, okay, maybe this works here, this works there. No, that's not where this is for figuring out yet. Get your mind blank so that you can really start creating the process and really start working through. Third thing is definitely to pace yourself. I feel like a lot of the times people try to go for super long time. For me, I'm not a person who does that, especially because I want to retain a lot of the stuff that I'm doing. If I'm dancing for 30 minutes to an hour, 4 hours is straight, like after a while, I'm gonna forget a lot of the stuff that I did. And in a session, let alone in a battle, that's usually the worst times that you would want to forget whatever it is that you're working on. So keep that in mind. I personally would say try to cut your lab into intervals. You know, I'm focusing on this one thing for this amount of time, blank for this amount of time, and I'm like pushing through. Okay, I'm not like saying like, okay, cool, I'm gonna just move for this amount of time and hopefully whatever dope pops out, Nah, okay? It'd be cool if you're just freestyling, 100%. But again, the lab, this is one of those things where you're actually trying to build parts, pieces that are going to help your freestyle grow. And as much as I want to give you my whole rule book on how I lab and how a lot of stuff that I do things are, those are the only things that I'm gonna have to give you guys, okay? Only because if you guys want more, obviously you guys can ask for more. If you guys don't agree with this type of stuff, by all means, still put it in the comments anyway. I do pay attention to all this stuff. And well, I mean, that's kind of as much as I want to do. If you guys want to see more videos like this about actual dance related topics, how to do certain things, by all means, just let me know and I'll probably actually do it. So just to go over them again, number 1, have a goal in mind, have something that you're trying to work on. Number 2, make sure that you have a clean slate when you are actually starting your lab process. Don't try to start this thing off from whatever it is that you're already on. Try to blank all that out. So then after that, you really have a ground set that you can build upon. It's all about foundations, you feel me? And then last but not least, try to pace yourself. Make sure you're not going too crazy when you're going into your lab. This is something to prepare you for the session, to test it at a session, and then let alone you perfect it for a battle. Cool? All right, you guys want any more tips? Just let me know. I'll let you guys